Hello, welcome to today's reading. So I just wanted to go with the flow with this reading and see where it takes us, but very drawn to working with the Mushroom Spirit Oracle. You may have been seeing a lot about mushrooms lately. Maybe that's through social media, or you've just been seeing them popping up in your area, in your environment. Maybe you are foraging for them at the moment, but there's something significant to you to do with mushrooms at this time, and I felt very, very drawn to these cards. So let's see, what is this for you today? What is this message? We get into the runes and the tarot as well. Make sure you like, follow, subscribe. Okay, we have bleeding tooth and stagnation in the reverse position. So it would normally be that way round, but as it's around that way, I feel that this is something about coming out of stagnation. It's almost like as we're heading into autumn, winter, we start to slow down, don't we? But there's something in you that is actually ramping up and exciting. Maybe through the summer you felt was a bit more stagnant then, and now you're starting to awaken. And maybe this is your special time of the year anyway. It could be around your birthday, or it could be just an energy this time of year that you pick up on. Perhaps you're feeling that, perhaps you love Halloween, Samhain, that kind of thing. It might have meaning to you. For some of you as well, there's a memory around it. I feel like there's some kind of memory around this time of year as well that feels kind of bittersweet, is what I'm getting from it. It's like you fondly remember something, but at the same time it's got a sadness to it. Now I'm going to get into the runes to get a little bit more information on this, because you are being, and I feel you actually want this yourself. There's some kind of action that you're being called to take. And it's going to shake things up. I feel like in you taking this action, and I feel like you want to, but what holds you back is the disruption it may cause. You know, it's almost like that, the collateral kind of thing is like, if I do this, it's going to create a whole shitstorm. It's going to create a lot of problems, maybe for other people. There's also something about a hidden agenda by somebody else. So for instance, the image I'm getting here is of somebody, say for instance, you're about to be given a job where you are a public face. You know, you're put out in the public, but you may be hovering around not taking this because you feel like maybe somebody holds information about you and they're more than likely going to come forward and embarrass you or humiliate you now that you are a public face. So it doesn't have to be exactly like that, but there's some kind of scenario in your life where there's a fear of taking an action or a step forward because of something that somebody has on you, or you feel someone's going to try and take that away from you or ruin something for you. I'm picking that up quite strongly for many of you here. But there's still, see, it's interesting, Perthrow came out there because that shows me that Spirit is guiding you and saying it's worth the gamble. Whatever this is to you, it is worth the gamble. And there's something, a real deep, like urgency with this. There's a real deep urgency within you, and it feels like it's coming from the sacral. This is like, sorry, I don't know why I'm choking. It's like sensual energy, like sexual energy, which is the driving force of you taking action here. It's actually in this energy around the sacral that has somehow been ignited in you recently. This could maybe have been even over the past few days or past couple of weeks maximum, I'd say. That's kind of guiding you to take this action, but I feel like you needed this urgency to sort of propel it forward. So take it how it resonates. It might be a romantic thing. It might be you taking a chance on somebody that you're interested in, but there may be a fear of like your ex coming in and telling them something about you, if you know what I mean. If like you were to post a picture of each other or something, that your ex might come back and say something to them, or try and ruin things for you, basically. So that's what I'm feeling from this energy today, is that is on your mind. So what can you do about this? What can you do about this? Okay, so it's kind of saying that it's time to, what I'm hearing is it's like it's time to reveal the truth without fear of what somebody else might say or might do. This is taking your power back. This is actually saying, you know, I'm in control of this power. And it's interesting because the King of Wands is like the most sensual of the kings, you know. His power is that energy from the sacral. So this is the driving force here. it's important to say that for some of you. There's something about that. I'm seeing a lot of red, and there's like a red lamp or something. I can see like a red lamp, or somebody putting like material over a lamp to make it red. Okay, what else do you need to know? So I feel like this is actually you kind of just stepping in, revealing your truth, no matter what the consequence is. And it's suggesting here, if you do that, then that actually puts you back in your personal power, and things may go a lot better for you than you realise, because it's you stepping into the light. Anything that tries to take you down from there, if it's not in the light, it's not going to go anywhere. It's not actually going to be seen. You know, they're actually going to be the ones that start crumbling their own environment, because of the way that they're going about things. It's funny that there is this fear there, because it feels like you're valid to think that there's a fear there in a way. You know, if you know there's a situation that somebody could mess things up for you, and it feels very manipulative, almost like this person has a hold over your life because they have this information. So what can you do about that? Because it feels like you are very much going to take action here. Now, yes, this person is going to try and create some problems, break down the foundation that you're trying to build. Okay, so like I say, it could be someone going into your workplace, your new workplace. This actually happened to me once. Going to your new workplace, like your old boss coming in and saying like stuff about you, that kind of thing, because they don't want you to leave their company. So there's so many different ways you can look at this, but the same thread. If hopefully you get what I mean. Do drop down in the comments, tell me how this resonates for you. So yeah, this person is going to try and cause problems for the foundations that you're trying to build. But what happens from that point? Okay, it will get you down, and I do feel it could upset you or disappoint you, or create some disappointment in this step forward. But it's the initial step forward that is important for you to do for you, regardless of what anybody else does or how they try to manipulate or control something here. But as you can see, it's like what you want to happen is still going to happen. You just can't allow yourself to dwell too much on whatever this is from the past, because I feel like it's something about you that you do maybe, you know, you've kind of overcome it now. You've gone past that, but this person clearly hasn't. They're still holding on to bitterness there. You are moving on from it. You're not holding on to any bitterness. So, you know, the truth always wills out. And we have the Queen of Pentacles on the bottom here, just to kind of say, all you need to do, and this is where Thorazaz is coming in, take the action, okay? And only battle when something that needs to be battled comes forward. If someone is having a storm in a teacup about you, you don't have to involve yourself about that, you know? People will make their own minds up and their own decisions, regardless of anything that you are thinking or feeling. So whoever they're talking to, whoever they are trying to mess things up with for you, let's find out what they think of this. Okay, so yeah, it will shake things up to start with. I feel like that could be maybe over a couple of weeks. It could cause some kind of disruption here for you. Yeah, and that's gonna, if things were flowing really nicely and, you know, you were kind of feeling emotionally attached in a situation or to a person, they may hold back. They may pull that back a little bit, because they'll be like, what is this all about? So there is going to be some kind of disruption. But what happens here? Okay. But it's how you go about it with that innocence, with that kind of like, you know, I hold my hands up to the past. I take full accountability. I don't need to revisit this, and I don't need it pushed in my face every time I try and move forward in my life or try and do something. So this is kind of saying like, hold that inner child dear and know your truth. Know that the fact is, you know who you are. And if somebody wants to be in your life, or if, you know, people want you to work at their company or things like that, they have to trust you. They have to allow that. And in you standing in that power and not being goaded by this, that's what is going to bring this wish fulfillment in for you. And it is going to be fulfilling from what I can see here. I'd love to go deeper into this reading with you. So drop me a DM if you want to book in for a personalised reading and go further into this. I am hoping to go live tomorrow, so hopefully catch you on there as well. Have a blessed day.